In this video, we're going to be talking about time-restricted feeding and coffee. We're going to answer the question, is it okay to drink coffee or tea when you're following a time-restricted eating protocol? Will you lose any of the benefits of fasting if you drink coffee or tea? Hello everyone, my name is Mike Cola, and I've been a fitness trainer and gym owner for over 25 years. And if this is your first time here, and you really want to improve your fitness, health, and nutrition along with me, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I put out videos like this every single week, and I wouldn't want anyone to miss one of the videos. Okay, let's get right to it. Let's talk about time-restricted eating and coffee. I know it's a great area. I get emailed this question all the time. Is it okay to drink a little bit of coffee when I'm fasting? Will it stop me from losing weight? Will I lose all the health benefits of time-restricted eating if I have a little coffee or tea? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. But let's first just review what time-restricted eating is, and then I want to go over all the benefits of time-restricted eating, and then we'll dive deep into the question of whether it's okay to drink coffee or tea when you're fasting. And I'm going to quote like a number of the experts in the field. I'm going to talk about 3 or 4 experts in the field of fasting. I'll tell you what they think about whether it's okay to drink coffee or tea when you're fasting, and then stick around to the end of the video because I'll tell you exactly what I do, like that, but the protocol that I follow. I've been time-restricted eating now for 8-9 years. Me and my wife, we've had great results, and I'll tell you the exact protocol I follow when it comes to having coffee. Because first of all, what is time-restricted feeding? All that means is that you're taking in all your calories in a restricted eating window. Like a very popular approach is called 16-8, meaning that you're fasting for 16 hours, and then you're taking in all your calories within an 8-hour eating window. For example, you have your first meal, say 12 in the afternoon, and then you're done eating by 8 in the evening. So you're fasting for 16 hours, you're eating for 8 hours. But the research has shown now, studies have shown that you can actually fast for as little as 12 hours and still reap a lot of the benefits of time-restricted feeding. Okay, so let's talk about what are the benefits now of time-restricted eating. Well, one of the major benefits is a major reduction in body fat. Actually, I'm going to link up another video I did about a new study that came out where participants were following that 16-8 eating protocol I was talking about earlier. So the group who followed the 16-8 protocol actually reduced their body fat by 16% in an 8-week period compared to a control group who had 3 meals a day. They only lowered their body fat by 2.8%. And actually, they didn't restrict calories. So you can actually reduce your body fat following a time-restricted eating protocol without reducing calories. That's one tremendous benefit. Another major benefit is that you're going to keep your insulin levels and your blood sugar lower and under control by fasting for an extended period of time, following this time-restricted eating protocol. So you're going to become more insulin sensitive. That means insulin is going to work, is going to react properly within the cell. So another tremendous benefit. Okay, autophagy, cell cleansing, another great benefit of time-restricted feeding. You know, those weak organelles, those weak mitochondria are going to just go away. They're going to be eaten up. So autophagy, great benefit of time-restricted feeding. Actually, your blood lipids are going to improve. Your triglycerides are going to go down by following a time-restricted eating protocol. Another benefit I think is that I think it's a lot easier to get into ketosis and reap all the health benefit of ketosis when you're following a time-restricted eating protocol. Okay, like I personally, like to be in ketosis, dip in and out of ketosis. I think there's a lot of benefits to it, but I don't want to follow a really, really strict ketogenic diet. I follow a modified ketogenic diet. So I like to wake up in a fasted state and then dip into ketosis for a few hours every single morning by following this time-restricted eating protocol. Okay, now let's talk about the coffee and time-restricted feeding. Let's talk about one expert, Dr. Panda. Now, Dr. Panda is one of the world-renowned experts when it comes to time-restricted eating and circadian rhythms. He wrote this new book called The Circadian Code. I just listened to an incredible podcast with him, with Ben Greenfeld, talking about all the benefits of time-restricted eating. And actually, they also did discuss coffee, because this is Dr. Panda's opinion when it comes to coffee. So unfortunately, coffee technically will take you out of the fast. Like actually, caffeine is metabolized in the liver, so it will temporarily take you out of the fast. But actually, even decaffeinated coffee can take you out of the fast as well, too, when it comes to circadian rhythms. Like as soon as you put food in your system, it indicates to your gut, to the digestive system, that the fast has ended. Okay, but then when you really start pushing Dr. Panda and really asking him a lot of more questions about it, I actually listened to him on multiple different podcasts about this topic. Rhonda Patrick asked him this question too on a couple of different podcasts that she did. If you look them up on YouTube, I'll link them below this video if you want to watch them. They're both great interviews. Ben Greenfield interviews, it's great. Rhonda Patrick interviewing Dr. Panda, it's both great. And he kind of said, yeah, it's a gray area. You know, if you have to have a little bit of black coffee, but no cream, no sugar, it's probably okay. You're still going to reap all the benefits of the fast, even though you're having a little bit of coffee in the morning. So Dr. Panda would say, yes, technically it throws you out of the fast, but if you have to do it, it's not all that bad. Okay. Now another expert in the field is actually Dr. Jason Fung. You know, he wrote the Obesity Code, one of his newer books. He personally has coffee and cream in the morning. He thinks when it comes to weight loss, you're still going to reap almost all the benefits if you have a little bit of coffee with cream. And actually, there was another famous study that was out there, Dr. Ruth Patterson. You know, she's a doctor who did a study on women who've had breast cancer, and she studied the reoccurrence of breast cancer. And she did a study where she took women and she had them fast for 13 hours every night. But she did allow them to have coffee or tea. She considered that to be non-food. And actually, the participants who did fast for 13 hours or longer had a reduction in the reoccurrence of breast cancer. So that study says that it's okay to have tea or coffee when it comes to reducing your cancer risk when it comes to fasting. So that's actually a big plus for having coffee or having tea. Now there's another expert in the field, a Dr. Cromer. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Cromer. Actually, I watched the podcast with him on Dr. Rhonda Patrick's show again, and he talks about how having coffee actually increases autophagy when you're fasting. And the reason why he gave is that there are a lot of polyphenols in coffee. And polyphenols are plant-like compounds that have antioxidant properties. You know, I actually did a video on that. I'll link a video up I did about polyphenols. So it's actually good to consume a lot of polyphenols. And he said the polyphenols in coffee actually increases autophagy when you're fasting. So that's another big reason maybe why you want to have a little bit of coffee while you're fasting. And actually Mark Sesson, you know, Mark's Daily Apple, you know, he was one of the big earlier people behind this whole paleo primal movement. You know, the Primal Blueprint he wrote, Primal Endurance, the Keto Reset. I read all his books, great books. You know, he personally, I've heard him say on a podcast and an interview saying that he has coffee with cream and actually wants sugar every morning, and he still thinks he reached all the benefits of fasting. Okay, so actually, it's a little bit of a gray area. If you're concerned about your circadian rhythms, you may not want to have coffee. But if you want the other benefits of like weight loss and all the benefits and autophagy and actually cancer prevention and low insulin levels, I think it's okay to have a little bit of black coffee or green tea in the morning. I'll tell you what I personally do. Yes, I personally do drink black coffee every single morning, and I actually really enjoy it. You know, I don't put any cream, I just have it black. I have 1 cup of black coffee every day. I don't think I lose any of the benefits of this time-restricted feeding from having the coffee. My wife does the same thing. We've been doing this for 8-9 years. So that's my recommendation. I think it's okay to have black coffee or to have like a green tea or something when you're in a fasted state. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And remember, if you really want to improve your fitness, health, and nutrition along with me, hit that subscribe button. I put videos like this out every single week. And also leave a comment. I'm curious to know if you're fasting. Let me know, do you drink coffee? Do you drink coffee and cream? I mean, do you have green tea? Let me know your experiences with drinking coffee and fasting, okay? Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful day.